While autophagy is often highlighted for its role during nutrient deprivation, it plays an equally essential, yet subtler, role in individuals who thrive on carbohydrate-rich diets. In those with high carbohydrate tolerance and robust metabolic flexibility, autophagy doesn't retreat into the background. It becomes an invisible caretaker, supporting insulin sensitivity at the cellular level even when glucose is abundant. Rather than being at odds with carbohydrate metabolism, autophagy quietly enhances it, fine-tuning the body's ability to respond to glucose with precision and efficiency. At the core of this relationship is the way autophagy maintains insulin receptor integrity. Insulin signaling is a tightly regulated cascade that begins at the cell membrane, where insulin binds to its receptor and initiates glucose uptake. Over time, however, insulin receptors can become misfolded, damaged, or internalized. Without adequate recycling, they accumulate in a dysfunctional state, diminishing the cell's responsiveness to insulin and leading to what we call insulin resistance. Autophagy acts as a quality control system here, identifying defective insulin receptors, removing them from the signaling pool, and making way for properly folded, fully functional replacements. This keeps the insulin signaling pathway sharp, responsive, and sensitive, especially in metabolically active tissues like muscle and liver. Even more critical is autophagy's support for mitochondrial function. Glucose tolerance isn't just about getting sugar into the cell, it's about processing it efficiently once it's there. Mitochondria are the final destination for much of that glucose, converting it into ADP through oxidative phosphorylation. When mitochondria are dysfunctional, cells shift toward glycolysis and fat accumulation, a pattern commonly seen in pre-diabetic states. Autophagy, particularly mitophagy, ensures that only the healthiest mitochondria remain. By selectively removing those that produce excess reactive oxygen species or fail to meet energy demands, autophagy preserves the cell's ability to oxidize glucose cleanly and completely. This prevents intracellular energy buildup, reduces inflammation, and maintains a healthy metabolic rhythm. This process is particularly important in individuals with high insulin sensitivity, such as athletes, lean individuals, or those following well-structured high-carb diets rich in whole foods. Their bodies often operate in a rhythmic cycle of carbohydrate intake and efficient glucose disposal, and autophagy works behind the scenes to sustain this capacity. During exercise, mild calorie deficits, or nighttime fasting, autophagy naturally activates, creating windows for receptor renewal and mitochondrial pruning. When carbohydrates are reintroduced, especially after physical activity or sleep, the system is primed to respond. The glucose is rapidly absorbed, stored, or burned without the collateral damage of metabolic byproducts or insulin resistance. Interestingly, this dynamic reveals a new perspective on why some people seem to thrive on high-carb diets without the negative effects often associated with them. Their cells are not just better at handling glucose, they're better at recovering from the metabolic stress that glucose imposes. And autophagy is the hidden variable, the repair system that keeps the machinery from overheating or degrading over time. It's not just about how many carbs someone eats, but how well their body maintains the machinery needed to process them. In this light, autophagy emerges as a metabolic equalizer, making high-carb living not only possible but sustainable and protective when cellular renewal keeps pace with nutrient load. The key is balance. A lifestyle that includes periods of relative energy deficit, whether through exercise, fasting, or simply avoiding late-night eating, creates time for autophagy to operate, even in carb-adapted individuals. Whole, unprocessed carbohydrates that include fiber, resistant starch, and polyphenol also reduce the insulin load per gram of glucose, lowering the threshold for autophagy suppression. These strategies allow individuals to enjoy carbohydrate-rich diets while still benefiting from the quiet efficiency of autophagic housekeeping. In the end, autophagy and carbohydrate metabolism don't stand in opposition. For the metabolically flexible, they are cooperative forces. One fuels energy, the other sustains the infrastructure that makes energy usable. This partnership may explain why some traditional, high-carb cultures, built around rice, legumes, tubers, and daily movement, maintain low rates of insulin resistance and chronic disease. It's not just the diet, it's the harmony of energy flow, movement, and cellular renewal that keeps the system resilient. Autophagy, in this light, becomes less a tool for deprivation and more a guardian of precision, enabling the body to flourish on abundance without losing its edge.